Welcome back to Easily Explained, where today we will be talking about gerunds and gerund phrases. So let's get started. So in this video, we're going to cover what exactly a gerund is, and then we can move on to what a gerund phrase is. So what exactly is a gerund? Gerunds are a type of verb form that end in ing. But if you remember from the last video when we covered participles and participial phrases, participles, especially present participles, could also end in ing. So how do we tell the difference? Well, a gerund is used a little bit differently. A gerund is used as a noun. So in this case, it would be used as a subject or an object of a preposition, or a complement, so a predicate nominative, for example. Whereas participles and participial phrases are used as adjectives. For example, we have the sentence, "The acting was flawless." Now, in this case, acting is a gerund. It's a verb form that ends in ing, yes, but we wouldn't consider it a present participle because it is functioning in this sentence as a noun, because our verb is was, and so therefore, what was flawless? The acting was flawless, and that means acting is our subject, and therefore it is a gerund. Whereas if we had a sentence like, "The pouring rain drenched us," there we go with our ing again, but we can't actually consider this one as a gerund. First, let's identify the verb, because that's how we always start. It's the easiest thing to do. From it, you can identify the subject, object of preposition, gerund, participle, whatever else. So, our verb in this case is drenched. It's the action verb in this sentence. And so that means that rain is our simple subject, and the pouring rain is our complete subject, yes. But if we look at specifically the word pouring, it's not being used as a subject as it was in this example. It is being used to describe the rain. The rain is pouring. It's pouring rain. So in this case, this would actually be, pouring would be a present participle here. So just because it's part of the complete subject, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a gerund. It has to be the simple subject itself. Like that verb, that word specifically, is functioning as the full subject of the sentence. It's not modifying the subject of the sentence. And just like any other type of nouns, gerunds can be modified by an adjective and other modifiers. For example, if we look at the sentence, "The acting was flawless," if you recall from our adjectives video, the word "the" is actually a specific type of adjective called an article. So it can be modified. It itself is not an adjective, a gerund. It doesn't function as an adjective. It functions as a noun, and nouns can be modified by adjectives. So gerunds can be modified by adjectives, as can most other nouns. So that's why when we get onto gerund phrases, it's going to be easier to understand them now that we have a good understanding about gerunds and we don't confuse them with participle and participial phrases. Now you are ready for your practice. Identify the gerund in each sentence and also try to determine how the gerund is being used in this sentence. Is it being used as a subject, an object, a predicate nominative, or as an object of the preposition? Pause the video now and complete the practice. Alright, let's go over the answers. Number 1. Instead of driving, we walked in the mesmerizing rain. So, in this sentence, we can identify two ing verbs. Or verb forms. We have driving and we have mesmerizing. So, either they're both gerunds or neither of them are gerunds. The important thing is that we look at the context of the sentence and how it's being used rather than just looking at it and saying, oh, they're both ing, they're both gerunds. So, in the first case, we have instead of driving. Now, when you see this preposition of, driving in this case is your object of the preposition. It is the object that is being referenced by that preposition of. So, since it's an object of the preposition, driving in this case is a gerund. Now let's look at the second verb form, mesmerizing. In this case, mesmerizing is actually being used as an adjective to describe the rain, that the rain was mesmerizing. So in this case, mesmerizing is not being used as a gerund. It's a participle because it is functioning as an adjective. It's describing the rain. So in this case, our gerund is driving, and that's our only gerund, because it is being used as the object of preposition. Alright, now for number 2. Swimming is a great hobby. Now in this case, we only have one ing verb, but let's go ahead and still check how it's being used, just to make sure it's not a present participle. So in this case, our verb is, and that means that our subject itself is swimming. Because what is a great hobby? Swimming is a great hobby. So therefore, swimming is a gerund in this case, because it's being used as the subject of the sentence. It's not just in the complete subject and like modifying the simple subject, describing it. It is itself the simple and complete subject. In this case, it's the simple and complete subject. Number 3, the beautiful dancing captured our attention. So our ing verb is dancing. And again, this is a subject because captured is our verb in this case. What captured our attention? Dancing captured our attention. Dancing is the simple subject. In this case, we could say that the beautiful dancing is our complete subject, but dancing itself is the simple subject. And therefore, it is a gerund. Number 4, Blake started running faster. Again, we have our ing verb form, running. How is it being used? Is it being used as a gerund? Let's find out. In this case, we have our verb, started. We have our subject, Blake. So in this case, running is being used as a direct object. Blake started doing what? Blake started running, and faster is just modifying that. So in this case, running is our gerund because it is being used as a direct object. So it's being used as an object, and then therefore it is a gerund. Congratulations, you are now an expert at gerunds. If this video helped, please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye!